Hey everyone, this is Spike, and this is Open Dragon Mouth number 18. Alright, first off, I want to give you a little update with my little situation here as far as the apartment break-in. I did find some new evidence. I had found a footprint on top of my dresser. You see, if you, well, you didn't really get to see, but my dresser is like right by the window. And the footprint was facing inward, so that tells me that he was climbing in through the window. We originally thought he broke in through the front door, because when I had left, I had the door locked, but when I came back it was unlocked. But now that explains it. He went in through the window and out the front door. So I had called the police, and and I am not kidding here. The officer that came to my door was Officer Slaughter. I found that amusing. But yeah, he took a photo of that footprint, which happens to be, has this pattern of a squiggly line, which looks like it may be like a work boot. So I'm not necessarily eliminating maintenance, because it still could be any of them. But we still have no idea why there is a bunch of random clothes on top of my bed. We have no idea whose it is or why it was even there in the first place. It doesn't belong to anyone in my apartment. If that even helps you know it wouldn't help any. It would just raise more questions. But yeah, well, we are still working on that. But yeah, we are working on trying to get another laptop for me. So my show will probably not be back until March at the latest. But I will try to give you more updates as soon as possible. Now, in my previous video I had told you about a trailer for the third Five Nights at Freddy's. So I got a little bit more information here. Now this new installment is going to take place 30 years after the previous installment. Now, what the story is that the restaurant had closed down, and someone had the brilliant idea of making a theme park based off of the restaurant. And even more, they're using some of the old animatronics in one of their dark rides. And you can pretty much guess how that turns out. But right now we don't have a release date for this yet, but we will keep an eye on this. And so yeah, but there is a trailer out if you want to search for it and look at it. Yeah, it does explain why the fur looks much more worn down. So we'll see how that turns out. Next up, Armello is promising a furry fantasy game. And they're doing a early access release. This comes from League of Geeks. Now this is what the gameplay is like. There are 4 heroes: a wolf, rat, rabbit, and a bear, which compete for their clans to secure the throne to themselves. Sound familiar? There's more. The goal is to gain more prestige points than any of your opponents by the time that the king dies of his illness or someone smites him. And there are 3 methods to this. The game takes familiar elements and mixes them in ways that work extremely well. The fact that the characters are anthropomorphic is icing on the cake of a solid game. I have not taken a look at this yet, but yeah, the premise of this sounds very familiar, if anyone wants to take a guess at that. But maybe I'll check this out, but right now it's on early access, so it's probably still in its beta phase. So look it up and check it out, see how it is. What is next? We have some more Furry Comics coming out for the month of February. Most notable that Marvel is bringing out a couple more Guardians of the Galaxy comics. First will be Guardians of the Galaxy number 24. And then Guardians of the Galaxy is going to do a crossover with X-Men. which will be called the Black Vortex Alpha number 1. And what else do we got? We also have 2 MLP comics coming out. It'll be Friends Forever number 14 and Friendship is Magic number 28. There's also going to be some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics. We have number 43. We have Mutanimals number 1 out of 4. And the new animated adventures number 20. There's also TMNT Color Classics Volume 3 number 2. If you're into Sonic, we have the 5th installment of Sonic Boom, and God help you if you played the video game. From what I've been hearing, it's horrible. I mean, I like Sonic, but God, his games have been getting bad. But we do have another Sonic the Hedgehog comic. It's number 270. And then we have Sonic Universe number 73. Now, I took a look at the synopsis of Sonic Boom number 5. And I'm quoting from this. Sonic Boom is your antidote to comics that lack amazitude. Really? You want to make up a word like that? What? Eggtoberfest? I'm sure the Germans would not be pleased with that. Dr. Eggman is sick and tired of no one trusting him. Oh, really? What about all the times that you tried to turn all the animals into robots? All the times that you tried to take over? Not to mention that you've been chasing Sonic for all these years. How on earth can he take advantage of people if they don't trust him to begin with? The answer, Eggtoberfest. Just one problem, the mechanical master forgot to hire ride operators for his carnival creation. Really? You have all these robots that you made, and you didn't even think about using them to operate the rides? Are you kidding me? I mean, Eggman has done some dumb stuff, but this is really dumb. Alright, so it's Sonic to the rescue. If a good guy helps a bad guy, is that helping at all? No, it's not! So yes. Really, really stupid. Alright, what else do we got? Yeah, Further Confusion had their con last week, and from what I've been gathering, their attendance numbers went down this year. Last year, they had 3,560 registered attendees with 643 participants in the Fursuit Parade. This year, it went down to 3,527 attendees. And the number of participants in the Fursuit Parade was exactly the same, 643. But as for the charity, it was way better than last year. Last year, $9,000 was raised for the Digital Game Museum. This year, in the art show alone, it totaled $33,578. Let's see. So, now, I don't know if it's because of this new policy that they have as far as interacting with fursuiters. If you guys hadn't heard, they've been trying out this new thing where you have to ask fursuiters for a hug or whatever before you even touch them. So I don't know how that turned out because I wasn't there. But isn't that kind of like something standard? But yeah, I know that there's all these overzealous furs that just want to glomp all these fursuiters. So I can understand where that's coming from. But I'm just wondering how this is going to affect their regular attendees, the ones that come every year. But aside from that, let's see what we got for the month of February. From what we see, there is, how many is it? 6 events. First off, on February 4th through the 8th will be Rustference, which will be held obviously in Russia, in Moscow, Russia. On the 14th to the 17th will be Abondo, which is over in Brazil. Let's see, be exact, it's Sao Paulo. And then over here in the US on the 20th to the 22nd will be Furry Fiesta in Dallas, Texas. On the 26th to the 1st of March will be Nordic FuzzCon. And this one will be over in Stockholm, Sweden. Then back here in the United States, so 2 events going on the same weekend from the 27th to the 1st of March. We have Anthro New England. This one will be in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And finally, one of my good friend Xander has been trying to promote. It's First Squared over in Wisconsin. They made their debut last year and it was a success, so they're doing it again. So, other than that, that should be pretty much it. As for cons myself, I'm thinking about Furry Weekend Atlanta, so we will see what happens there. I'm just trying to get things settled as far as my laptop, my radio show and all that stuff. And on top of that, I've been trying to do some job searching. I'm currently waiting on word from one, so I will keep you guys updated. But for now, this Dragon's Mouth is now closing.